Hello there everyone, I am back with a review video for you on the MZ Wallace Mini Soho Tote. This is my favorite little bag right now. It is just my go-to for everything, whether it be weekend errands, whether it be work, whether it be stuffing kids' snacks into. It is just my go-to for everything right now. I love it. It is the perfect size. It is not too small, not so tiny that it can't hold anything, but it's also not so large that it is overwhelming and burdensome and bulky and annoying to carry around. It is really just like the Goldilocks bag, the perfect bag to hold everything you need, but also be small and compact enough that it doesn't just weigh you down and get in your way. So love it so far. You'll probably notice right away that it is a very, very simple shape, very simple silhouette, sort of bucket tote, I guess you could say. There's not a whole lot going on the exterior of the bag, which is pretty different from some of the other MZ Wallace styles that have, all the pockets on the outside of the bag. This is very clean looking by contrast, and when I saw the Soho totes come out on the MZ Wallace website, it immediately reminded me of the good old classic Longchamp Le Pliage tote, which is a bag that I had to dig it out of storage. I've had this thing for many, many years, but it was a bag that I had and loved for a long time, several years ago when they were kind of all the rage, right? So this I still have, and I still love it. I mean, just look how cute and pretty and adorable it is. But the one thing that I always sort of had internal complaints about with this bag was that there's just no pockets. There was nothing on the outside. There was nothing on the inside of the bag either. It was just this open hole, and this thing, even though it's beautiful and just so makes it look so classy and elegant, this little flap thing always got in the way. And let's be honest, whoever wears this bag never snaps this thing closed because it just interferes with the access to the zipper. So it was very common to see women wearing this bag with the flaps sort of just hanging off the side here, or it was never closed. I mean, it was just kind of a silly ornament, to be honest, but it did make the bag look really pretty. So to just kind of compare these two bags, for me, they're very, very similar in style and look. And this bag is way more functional for me because of all the pockets that we'll get to in a minute. But I just love how it kind of harkens back to the very clean, simple look of this bag. So it immediately drew my attention when it first came out, and so I knew I had to have it. And it does come in several different sizes. This is the smallest one. This is the mini. It also does come in a small, which is bigger than this, but it's called the small Soho tote. And then there's also the regular Soho tote, which I actually do have as well. Let me grab that for you, just for size reference. This, and you'll start to notice kind of a theme with me. When I see a color that I like, I tend to duplicate it in different forms. So you can see I bought the exact same color of bag, just one's bigger than the other. I don't know. This color is called Dawn, D-A-W-N, and I loved it. I loved everything about the color combination with the very dark navy blue and the gold hardware. It was just speaking out to me. I loved it, just like I've loved Magnet in the past for other MZ Wallace bags. Now I'm kind of onto this Dawn kick. It's just so classy. It's so elegant looking. The dark color hides any spots, any dirt, any smudges, anything. And it just goes with any outfit you could possibly put on, and it just looks so elegant and classy. So I don't know. I wanted to maybe explore other colors, but I just found myself coming back to Dawn for both bags. So this is the regular Soho tote, which is actually is a very large bag. This is not small by any means. Very, very large bag, great for work, travel, and things like that. But this is more of a go-to everyday size for me. And you can see just right away that the handles are obviously much shorter on the mini than they are on the regular. So I will do a separate review video of this bag once I get a better handle on it. I actually haven't used this bag too much yet to be able to comment on its functionality. I'm sure it's very similar to this one, but I will put out a separate review video for the regular Soho tote at a later point in time. Just wanted to kind of give you the size comparison here on the screen. So now we'll actually get to the contents of the mini Soho tote. This is, I'll just give you a nice little 360-degree view here. So again, to contrast with the Le Pliage tote, this thing is going to have a lot more pockets that we're going to get into to make the bag much more functional for you day to day. So at the front of the bag, it's very, very simple. It just has a very simple, dark, same color as the bag, dark leather tag here with the MZ Wallace imprinted on there, and then it just has the little cute grommets in gold hardware on the handles, and then it has the same thing on the back here, two little grommets. At the bottom of the bag, it has nice metal feet for you to keep your bag off of the floor, at least a little bit, and then it's got the MZ Wallace tag here in leather as well. Otherwise, just real simple. There are no pockets, nothing on the outside of the bag. It does have the D-rings on the sides for you to wear the bag crossbody, and you can see I do have the crossbody strap attached to the bag. The thing about the tote straps, or the grab handles, I guess, on this bag is that they are very short. They are definitely not of a drop length that is long enough for you to put it over your shoulder, which I was kind of bummed about, to be honest. These straps, I was hesitating a lot to buy this size bag because of these straps. I knew I wanted them to be a little bit longer because it's more limiting. You cannot put this over your shoulder. You can put it over the crook of your arm, that's fine, but I mean, it's just not comfortable to be holding a bag for long periods of time that way. So I did hesitate, but ultimately did just push the buy button on this bag, despite these short straps. And after using the bag for a couple of months now, they are okay for me. They don't bother me too much. I like that I can just, the advantage of these short straps is that you can grab them really quickly. Like when I get off the car to run into the office, I can just grab this and it comes with me really easily. The longer drop length handles sometimes get caught on things, and so that is one distinct advantage of having these really short grab handles. You can literally just pick up the bag really quickly, really easily. It doesn't snag or get caught on anything because they're so short. But of course, then you can only hold it like this. So one thing that I always have to remind myself prior to going into any stores or running errands, if I have to run to the grocery store and I need to be using my hands to push something or hold a basket, I always have to have the crossbody strap attached to the bag so that I can throw it on either over my shoulder by using this, or over the other shoulder to wear the bag crossbody, because you're not going to want to be doing any type of errand or any type of shopping and also having to hold the bag like this, because it's just going to get in the way, and sometimes you need your hands to be free to do other and hold other things. So you're always going to pretty much have to wear this bag crossbody whenever you're out and about. So one thing to kind of keep in mind about this bag, and another thing to keep in mind, is that these tote handles, the grab handles, will stick up as you wear the bag crossbody for sure. It'll look like this. They will stick up straight like this. There's really no option to tuck them down or anything. They will just pop right back up. So this was another point of hesitation for me prior to buying this bag, because I have had the small Sutton, also made by MZ Wallace, in the past, and the handles that stuck up all the time really bothered me. That was ultimately a deal breaker for me. I ended up selling the bag, so I don't have the small Sutton anymore, but this bag, for some reason, is okay for me. It's not a deal breaker for me in this way. Maybe it just doesn't look as bad as I thought the MZ Wallace small Suttons handles did. So these ones I can tolerate. They're okay, and actually I'm really liking the fact that I can just pick up this bag really quickly and just run out the door. So I am learning to tolerate these shorter handles, and coupled with the messenger strap, it actually just works out okay for me every day. just can't get over how cute and adorable and very functional in terms of size this bag is. So all of those sort of pros outweigh the cons for me. So now we'll just get into the lovely pockets. And this is probably my favorite feature of the bag, is these hidden, see, you would never be able to tell that there are actual pockets, or there are more zippered compartments than just this main zippered compartment across the top. You would never be able to tell that there's one here on the side. There's one on each side, actually. One here and one here. And they tuck nicely into the sort of flaps of the bag and are hidden away. You would never be able to tell from the exterior that they're there. And they just make access to your stuff just so much easier by having those. I consider them to be sort of bonus compartments to this bag. And you can even leave them unzipped. I mean, of course, zip them closed if you want things to be more secure, but you can even leave them unzipped and open, and they still are hidden away. You still cannot really tell, I mean, a little bit in the back here, but you still can't really tell that there's a pocket back here. And that's what I love about this bag. And that's what made this bag have a huge advantage over, like, say, the Le Pliage Tote. So in this first zippered pocket here, I actually just dedicate this solely to my phone, which is the iPhone XS. And just a quick shout out, this is a new case that I just got. It was a Kickstarter campaign, and it's made by a brand new company called Nifty Case. This is a phone case that has one of these loops that you can use to hold and grab easily, but at the same time you can also push it back and retract it into the case so that it's a little bit more flat. I mean, it's not completely flat, but at least I can push it up out of the way so that I can put it more easily into a pants pocket or even a purse pocket. It just makes it a lot easier to deal with. So I actually really like this company so far. I mean, it's very new still. It's in the very early stages of being a company, but I think they put out a pretty decent product with a great idea. So this is the XS with the Nifty case attached. That's all that I actually keep in this pocket, but it is a very good size pocket. You could definitely put a lot more stuff in there. In terms of how big this pocket is, it doesn't run the entire front part of the bag. If you can imagine kind of a line going down from this little grommet here all the way to the bottom, that's one side of the pocket, and then the other side is here at the other grommet. So it's, just picture this like kind of rectangle on the outside of the bag, and that's how big this interior pocket is. It's quite large, and you can definitely put lots of stuff in. It's just, of course, the more stuff you put in, the more stuff it's gonna jut out and bulk up the front. In the back, it's the exact same size pocket, same type of rectangular vision here for how big it is. And in this pocket, I just keep my work badge handy to grab. And then I also have my wallet, which I have used the same wallet forever now. Of course, it's the Jujubee Be Charged case, which is featured in pretty much all of my videos. I love it so much. It's just so small, light, and compact. And then also tucked in here, I also do keep a little EOS lip balm for quick grabbing. And so in here you can just see it's the pretty standard MZ Wallace jacquard lining. It's got their little logo embossed all over. It's kind of a nice light colored contrast lining. So that's it for the exterior, or hidden exterior, I guess, pockets. I just keep all of my main grab quickly items in those pockets. I'll go ahead and go into the main compartment now. And this is a pretty spacious compartment. Don't let the mini Soho Tote title sort of fool you. It's actually a very decently sized bag. It's not teeny tiny. And so I actually, you can see, I threw my pretty giant water bottle in there and it fit. I mean, I had to turn it on its side. It's not gonna sit standing up, but I was able to fit that in there just fine. I mean, it makes it a little bit bulky and a little bit heavy, but water is something that I have to have with me at all times, so it's a must, and it has to go with me everywhere. So I was happy that I was able to throw that in there. And this is another Kickstarter campaign product. This is called the Lark bottle, and this is the like self-cleaning. You just push a little button on the top. It turns on a UV light to sanitize the bottle so that you actually don't have to. It's like self-cleaning, and it's great. So I do love it a lot. So this big thing, even with this sleeve, was able to fit inside the bag. And just for reference, if you want to see what the Lark bottle actually looks like, it's actually very sleek and very cool looking, and I do like the bottle a lot so far. So shout out to Lark. But then just getting into the rest of the contents of the bag, I'll start with the front slip pockets here. The bag has all of the normal pockets, the 6 interior pockets that all MZ Wallace bags pretty much have. So it has 2 slip pockets on the front wall here, and that's where I just throw my sunglasses, as well as some hand cream. This is from Public Goods, and some hand sanitizing spray. That's all I keep in the 2 slip pockets on the front wall there. On the back wall, it has the normal zippered pocket that has the bonus slip interior pockets that are featured in all my videos, because every bag has these, which is great. And then it also has the little business card holder on the front there. I hope you can see that. It's kind of dark. Yeah. But it's all there. And so I don't really keep too much in the bonus slip pockets here. The only thing I really keep is just stashed in here. I have my little purse hook that I can hang off of the table at restaurants so it's not sitting on the ground. So I have that in there, and then in the main part of the zippered compartment, I just have my checkbook and my little Vera Bradley card case that holds all of my gift cards and coupons and cards that I don't use as often. Those are all sitting in this back zipper pocket, which I don't have to access too much. And then just sitting in the open part of the bag, the main part of the bag, I just have this is my medium, is it medium? No, I think it's just called the Flat Savoy Cosmetic Pouch by MZ Wallace as well. This is in a retired color now. It's called Army. It's a very beautiful dark grayish green, and I love it, and I really wish they would bring it back. But anyway, this is the bag that I switch out from bag to bag as I'm changing bags, because it has all of my essentials in it. It has just tissues and pens and feminine hygiene stuff and charging cables and chapstick and whatever, just random stuff in here that I always have to have with me. And then in the back, it actually has a very handy little zippered pocket that I typically keep it empty, but sometimes I actually like to throw the crossbody strap to this bag inside this pocket and store it in there, fold it up. So it's really handy for that. So I don't always keep the crossbody strap attached to this bag. I don't typically like stuff hanging off of my bags, but because I do have to use the crossbody strap for this bag a lot more often than other bags because these handles are so short, I do find myself keeping it attached a little bit more than usual. And then just lastly, I have attached to the little key leash here, these are my AirPods that I just keep in a little case. Typically this key leash is attached to the little market purse, which also comes with the bag. Grab that for you. So this is what the market purse looks like, and you can see I still even have the tissue on here. I don't really use this that comes with the bag. It's nice that it comes with it. I just haven't really found a good use for this size little pouch yet. So I just typically keep this stored away, but this is what it looks like. So it's a nice matching little interior bag. And funny, I just noticed that the logos are a bit different. So this one is the kind of sand beige colored leather tag, and this is the dark navy. So that's interesting. Never noticed that before. But this is just kind of a nice little pouch to hold cosmetics or pens or whatever you need to inside your bag. So this will come with it, and that is it. That is it for the inside of the bag. It is a nice, nice size. Lots of different things you can put in there. You could, if you wanted to, even put a bag insert in here to even give you more organization and more structure. So if you want your bag to kind of stand up instead of flop down, you could even put a bag insert in here. I didn't really see the need to do that for me, but you could if you wanted to. And that is really it for the mini Soho tote. I love the Soho tote line from MZ Wallace so far. It just gives that clean look that I love, but also the functionality with all the little extra pockets, like bonus pockets that they put in here. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post below. And that's pretty much it for this review video. Thank you so much, as always, for watching.